back with the Tri-State Sports Guys, top of the Cable Ready Studios. You done making fun of the Jets?
We're cooking with gas right now.
We really
Who
are.
are the Jets? Are the Jets still in the NFL? Are they first?
Let's get right into the
Raiders.
5 and 10 here.
5-4 Raiders.
We got to get into our boy here, represented us
We're leading with this? All right.
with pride.
Great job, Tony.
The Tough Mudder competition down in Jersey. Tell us a little bit about it, Tone.
Well, I mean, it was.
That shirt was not loose that you were wearing.
It was
Yeah.
loose when I first.
It was a little young on you.
Oh man, it was.
I
it
saw
was.
those pictures. They were insane. Another friend of mine did it. They were insane.
All right,
was-
so break it down for us. Give us 1 minute on
It was a great time. I mean, basically, it's 12 miles, 24 obstacles. It was like just an all-out test of everything.
But you didn't even train, you said.
No, I didn't train, and I smoked a couple cigarettes on the way there.
Did it bother you? Like, did you?
No.
And you did it though.
I
You
did the
completed
whole-
all of them?
yeah, I did the whole
So don't
thing.
give me this thing that this.
Well,
this
no.
the American or whatever.
No,
the English Legion.
I
does
still
this.
can't. I still can't. My Achilles
You
tendons both
finished
sides.
it though,
I can't-
dude.
Yeah, I finished it. I
And
mean,
you
I
didn't
definitely-
train at all.
No,
But you can walk at any time, right?
you can. Yeah, you can walk at any time.
Now,
I mean,
what was the hardest thing?
the
'Cause
hardest.
You didn't have pictures of some of the other things, like these big mountains that you had to walk up. Or,
I didn't have the pictures just because I didn't. They had other people had spectators taking them. But the hardest thing for me was by far was they had the monkey bars there.
I saw that.
But the thing is they put these obstacles so they line them up so well. Like that thing was like the third to the end. By that time, you can't even feel your arms.
Really?
So you get up on this thing and it's just like it's like Jello.
And if you fall, you gotta go all the way to the
No,
beginning,
you
right?
fall right into 5 feet of water and you just swim across.
So how many monkey bars did you make?
I got about 7 in and I couldn't.
How many
you
were there
fell?
total?
Oh yeah, I paused for like 3 or 4 seconds trying to
Yeah.
like. There had to be 20, but it's,
So
it's an incline. It's going up and then it's going
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
And that was probably the toughest part.
How was
There
the
was-
electric shock thing?
That electric wasn't bad because it rotates. So you don't, the current just rotates between all the things. So I didn't hit it. Dennis said he got a little, he got grazed.
Yeah, I
by it.
heard that. A lot of people said that.
But there's water. I mean, the third obstacle was the jacuzzi thing, 28-degree water. I hit that.
what jacuzzi thing?
So they have a dumpster set up, a full, like, say you're you're renovating your house, full dumpster.
Yeah.
Filled with ice and water. You jump in, it has a thing there. It's like 28 degrees.
Yeah.
And we
what do you
jumped
do?
into it. You jump into it, you swim the one, you go to the other side.
And you never have kids again.
I jumped in this water. I couldn't catch my breath.
Are
for
there
a minute.
lifeguards?
Yeah, they're on the outside, but I mean,
Oh yeah, you can't breathe when
I
you
thought it
jump
was
into like a
dying.
lake.
That's why I asked.
I thought I was dying, and we all got out, and our whole team looked at each other, and they're like, eyes were all wide. They're like, what did we just get into?
Did you guys do a good job of staying together?
We all stayed together, all 9 of us. It was 9 on the team. We all finished. Even the girls we were with. It was a great like team effort. It was
Bonding
very
experience.
very satisfying.
Next year, should we do Tri-State Sports?
I think we
Guys?
should. I think we should. It's a good time,
Well,
and you take your time. It's not a race.
I'll see if Nick Mason will come on with us. He's a friend of mine from the Pink Floyd band.
I'm not a great swimmer, so
I'll
that part
Oh,
would
it
bother
I
me.
don't know how to
swimming-
swim.
the
so-
swimming is-
That part
swimming
would
is
bother
intense.
me. That part would bother me, but I wouldn't have a problem doing the rest.
Can you stand up in that thing, or you have to swim?
No, it's
No,
a
you have to
dumpster,
swim.
dude.
It's a dumpster. You
It's
can
a
walk
dumpster.
it comes up to about here.
Yeah, so I can walk through
The
it.
thing is, what they do is they put a big board in the middle, so
Wait,
you
wait,
have
wait.
to go underneath and come up.
Oh,
Wait, you can stand in a I guess you could stand in
Yeah.
a dumpster.
you don't do a lot of home renovation work.
Yeah.
No,
All right,
I don't.
well, look.
I have my people do that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But there's another one
exactly.
coming up. I think we're doing it again in May.
My brother-in-law's
Vermont.
doing one in Maine,
In Vermont,
Vermont.
Mount Snow.
Well,
Maybe
maybe
I'll
I'll
come
do that. I got
get
family
it.
up in Vermont.
I know. You're headed there
Pussy
this
Buckle
weekend.
only.
It was a good time.
All right, well, Tri-State.
Congratulations.
We're very proud of you. I'm excited for you. I think I'm excited to
Thanks
do
for
it.
working hard.
On our behalf.
Leading
Yeah.
up to it.
Yeah, you really made
What
us
an
proud.
inspiration. You had one practice. You ripped into the Norwalk guys for not practicing, and then you didn't even consider practicing again.
Yep. And I smoked a couple cigarettes on the way up.
Good job.
That's about right. All right, so topic number 2. We talked about Reyes earlier, about the 9 years.
Let's just
60
do this
million.
quickly. 'Cause I
6 years,
care
90
less about
million.
Reyes.
How about, what do you think about Pujols getting the 9 years?
225.
I heard 200, 225. They didn't confirm it. But
Then I heard today he was signing with the Cardinals. Did you hear that?
yeah, I heard that today, but the Cardinals didn't confirm it. Do you think that the Marlins just kind of posturing a little bit here, though?
No.
Trying to show their
I
fans,
don't.
trying to show their fans that we're here to win and we're opening this new stadium. I get that kind of
Really? I don't.
because I
Maybe
don't think
I'm
that
naive, maybe.
Did you think that Bulls is not going to sign for 9 years, 225?
Why not? Is that bad an offer?
I think
25 a year?
I think he's going to get more than that.
Is that bad? I don't think
I don't
it's
think it's a bad offer, but I
Nine
also don't
for-
think
and
it's
then
going to be the highest.
What did he give Reyes? 6 for 90? That's not a bad offer either.
I think the 6 for 90, the Mets would sign it for 6 for 90.
But
everybody I heard was talking about 5 for 100.
that was before he
6
got
for-
hurt. I
six-
think.
no, I'm talking about after the season.
I think you mark. I think.
you
if
think
those
he's gonna
numbers,
you think he's going to be under $100 million deal?
I think it's gonna be right around 100, and he's right there. I think that, and then that rumor they're getting Burley too. If they somehow get those guys, Look at
Yeah,
it.
Burley. Yeah, they're talking
Look
about
at
Burley. They're talking about Madsen.
But I do have a feeling they're going to get none of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
I don't think
get
it's.
that sense
But I
that
don't think it's posturing. I just think that maybe other teams are like, I don't want to be the first guy to go to the Marlins.
Yeah, well, right, and I think they're the first guys
And they
to
hate
go to
Ozzie
the market.
Guillen, as I told you.
Yeah, I think they're leaking all this stuff, and that they just want to be
Maybe.
posturing a little bit. All right, we got to talk a little bit about Tim Tebow. Now, I think we all agree we're not big fans of Tim Tebow.
I love the guy. No,
Who
I
loves
don't.
the guy?
He's a Gator. You know me. I like the
The
Gator.
guy was 2 for 8 this week. One completion was for 4 yards.
Can't laugh. The guy wins. The guy wins.
Guy was 2 for 8,
He
and they won,
stinks.
and they dominated that game.
Yeah.
Now, my question for you is, is Coach Fox a genius? The fact that he's able to, in the middle of the season, change their entire offense. They weren't running the ball 56 times at the
Yep.
beginning of the season. That's one question. My second question is, how come, if he's having so much success as an option quarterback, how come guys like Tommy Frazier, when they came into the NFL back in the 90s, they weren't doing it? Like, he
I'm
is
gonna
not
tell you
the
why.
best option quarterback that's come out of the...
Charlie Ward never even got a chance in
Charlie,
the
that's what I'm
NFL.
saying. How about any guy
I'm
that's
gonna tell you
played
why.
for...
I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
What Tim Tebow has is he has size.
Well, God, he has.
What he's got the Lord at all times, but he's got
He's
size.
got the Jesus jerseys.
He's got size.
Yeah.
So that's why a guy like
But I
Frazier,
don't see him just carrying linebackers for 6 yards.
You remember a couple years?
I don't think that's the case. How come Ray Lucas, when he played for the Jets, Rutgers own?
Well, that's Parcells is too stubborn. Now the thing about Fox, you remember weeks ago we talked about Brandon Lloyd got traded, and I said, what does this tell you that they traded him when they need a wide receiver? It's like, you know what? He said, you know what? We don't need a wide receiver.
They got him for like a 5th round. Was
And you give Fox credit. He works with what he's got. It's ugly, but and this is why people in the NFL
Amazing job that guy's doing
You look
right
at the players around Tebow. I don't care. All these guys who are from different races, none of them are like Tebow. None of them are nearly as religious. They love the guy because it's amazing to them that this guy goes out there and he is probably not as talented as any of them.
Guy's completing 47%
And
of his passes.
but all he does is keep his team engaged.
And you know what he's done?
And he makes one play. He makes
But
one more play than everyone else.
This season, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. Guy's throwing 1 interception. Like, it's
And
unbelievable.
it's ugly. But you know what?
He
You
will
gotta
beat
give him
the
credit.
Jets this week. He's going to knock the Jets out
I'm
of the
gonna tell you
playoffs.
right now, if he does
And
that,
you know what it is? Because
Tony,
I'm
if
not.
he does that, we're gonna have to do
I
a
don't go to
special
church
show, me and
enough.
you. Yeah, we're gonna do a special show if he does that.
So now that we've talked about them, they're going to be 5-5
Yep.
after the end of this week. The Jets will be 5-5.
Yep.
We talked about Matt Shaw being out for the
Yep.
season. Who is the best team in the AFC?
I have it. I already figured it out.
Who?
Pats are the best team.
Okay.
Steelers are the second best,
I got Steelers number 1.
and a distant third. And I mean distant
Buffalo Bills.
Ravens.
are the Ravens.
The Ravens. When the thing that
Buffalo Bills are 13th.
the thing that to me, it's between the Ravens and the Steelers. The
Really?
Steelers have 3 losses. 2 of them are to the Ravens. So that just shows you that they just have a bad matchup against
Yeah,
that team.
exactly. I'm gonna tell you right now.
But the Ravens have beaten the Steelers twice. They made the Jets, who are going to be in people's
Yeah.
top 6 or 7 teams, look like a Division II football team.
Absolutely.
But then they've gone out and lost to the Seahawks, the Titans.
Because they're frauds. I told you this before.
Well,
the
how are
season.
they frauds?
Ray Lewis is a fraud. I told you
How
that.
is he a fraud when he beats up on the Steelers?
Come on.
How do you beat the Steelers?
It's a bad matchup. A good
How
matchup
is it a
for
bad
them.
matchup?
It's a good
though?
matchup for them.
But how, though? Tell me
Because their
how. I
whole
don't
game-
understand. I
because
look
the
at
Steelers'
it.
whole game is predicated on the threat of Mendenhall. And Mendenhall, he talks so much trash against the Ravens, and he does nothing. He averages like 20 yards a game against them. He's awful against them. But Ray Rice, the difference is they find a way to get the ball to Ray Rice so they can still run the ball a little. Ben Roethlisberger, the defense is good enough on the Ravens side to annoy Roethlisberger to the point that he's not able to just slide left and slide right. I don't care that the Ravens went into New England and beat the Patriots. Patriots play them 100 times. I'm betting the Patriots 100 times.
But you think the Patriots looked very good
No.
against the Jets? I don't think they looked
Now,
very good
if you
at all.
ask
The
me,
Jets gave them
you
that
ask me
game.
who the best team in NFL is, I'm probably naming 2 or 3 teams before.
Oh,
I name
yeah,
the
yeah.
Patriots.
No, I'm saying
But
that the
in
AFC is the
AFC
intriguing story.
In the AFC, I'm telling you,
I
I
don't
think the
thi-
Patriots. They're the team
Would you
that I
be
worry the
shocked by
most.
any of those teams going to the Super Bowl? Like,
No.
none of those. It's like which is awesome for the NFL, but like none of those teams, Tone, stick themselves out. Where I'd be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if any of the teams you just listed lost in their first game.
I'm
of
gonna tell you
playoffs.
right now, as a Raider fan, and I'm as negative. This AFC, this is exactly why the Raiders got Carson Palmer, because the AFC is awful.
They're gonna be laying out a first round pick because they're gonna win that division because that division stinks.
It's unbelievable.
The division stinks. You know that.
It really, they are.
I mean, you look at some of the teams. You look at the division leaders
I
right now.
need
We
the
got
Jets to beat
Steelers,
the Broncos.
Texans, Pats, Raiders.
I need the Jets to beat the Broncos.
Who's going to be the two? Who's going to be the two wild card teams out of the Ravens, Bengals, Jets, Bills, and Titans?
Bengals and who? Give me those teams again.
Ravens, Bengals, Jets, Bills, Titans.
Bengals and Jets.
And you think the Ravens are out of the playoffs?
Oh, I'm sorry, Bengals and Ravens. Bengals.
Jets
and
are out of the playoffs.
I think that they could be.
You heard it here first, folks. Jets are
Well,
out of the playoffs.
you have, if they lose to the Broncos, they're definitely out of the playoffs. I'll tell you
Okay.
right now.
I don't think so.
I don't think they're going to lose to the Broncos, but you do. If they lose to the Broncos,
You
and I
just
defer
said they were
to
out
you-
of the playoffs. You just
well,
said it.
given that situation, yes.
All right.
But I also think you think the Texans are still making it. I think there could be.
They're 7-3. Who's going to win the division?
I'm just telling you, I think there could be a big problem there.
Who's going to win the division? Jacksonville?
That's a good question.
Tennessee? Tennessee's going to win that division?
I tell you what, there's some awful teams.
That's what I'm saying. Who's going to win that division? The Texans are going to win that division. That's a lot.
The more I hear you talk, the more I'm convinced the Raiders are going to win at least one
That's
playoff
what I'm
game.
saying.
And I
11-5, Mikey T. Let's go.
I can't believe the Raiders are stepping in it right now.
Raiders. Are we talking about 2012 Super Bowl champion
move on.
Oakland Raiders?
Let's move on.
Let's move on. You're my man.
Let's move on.
Potpourri. Go ahead. Take it away, buddy.
Jennifer Lopez dating her backup dancer again. She
I
did
don't
this
know.
once. Jennifer
did?
Lopez.
Okay, she's dating a backup
She
dancer?
married her backup dancer, Chris Judd, one time. This guy's 20 years younger than her. What is a bad move?
How old is she? She's 40
something, dude.
No, she's not.
Jennifer Lopez? We'll look it up. She's at least. She's in her
when
high
was- When
30s.
was Living Color?
She's
Early
married.
90s.
Jennifer Lopez is
No,
married.
I was in. I was like 90.
Listen to me. Jennifer Lopez was married 3 times. 3.
Yeah.
Here's what it tells you. These crazy Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Aniston, these girls are wacko. And there's something wrong with them.
You cannot date any of these
There's something
girls.
wrong with them because these amazing, good-looking girls, and they never have good relationships.
Yeah,
and people thought Mariah Carey was crazy.
You knew.
She
you
is
could
crazy.
tell though.
She's got a
that-
happy marriage with Nick Cannon.
Dad, I don't know
Oh,
how.
Nick Cannon, they don't know. They don't even know.
T.O.
Each other. They don't sleep in the same room.
T.O.'s on TMZ. He's being sued. He's being foreclosed upon. He doesn't have enough money. He's trying to tell the courts he needs to lower his payments for his kids.
He's
I mean,
gonna
come
be
on,
He's
T.O.
gonna be on the Patriots by the end of
He's gotta
December.
get back
What'd I
to-
call?
You did.
He's gonna be on the Pats.
He's gonna get back on a T.O. and Ocho show.
42.
42. Thanks, Mike T.
42 years old model.
Yeah.
She's very pretty for 42.
She's gorgeous.
But she's nuts. You
Yeah.
could tell that. You don't know about for me with Jennifer Aniston, you don't think she'd be nuts. Because she
I'm
seems
convinced
so
of
cool.
it.
Well, I mean, she's clearly
Yeah.
nuts.
Justin
If you
Bieber,
leave her for crazy Angelina
Yeah.
Jolie, then she's nuts.
Justin Bieber, shockingly, not the wasn't.
Oh,
the,
did that
well, he
come
dropped
out?
the charges, but one of the lawyers was like, we're staying with it. But a lot of
Did
the
they do
charges
a
two
paternity
lawyers,
test?
two lawyers quit. 2 for lawyers quit, and they dropped the charges, dropped the suit.
So he's out of it.
Well, one lawyer says he's not out of it yet.
But is there going to be like a settlement or something?
I don't know. We'll stay tuned. And the last thing I wanted to leave with, and we'll get some feedback from Tony. We'll talk to him about some stuff. Hope Solo eliminated, and she
Well, she was.
a very poor sport. She got
Was she?
eliminated.
What'd she do?
She had the worst score by far by like 30 points, which I guess it was.
Oh,
like,
I saw the guy. He
didn't
was
see
wearing
it.
like
Maxim.
a see-through shirt, and they said that he was like always
So
arguing.
she
with
got
that.
eliminated. She then said, "Well, that's all right. I don't care. Sore loser. I'm going to now focus on winning the gold in the Olympics." First of all, you couldn't win the gold. We remember what happened. You choked. And then she said, "They can kiss my booty." It's like, you know what, Hope Solo, you know,
Yeah.
sore loser.
Go ahead.
Tony, your thoughts?
Can I just
Go
say
ahead.
something quick?
I didn't
Because
see it, so I don't really.
I only saw it. So last night I'm writing the article for Coed.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there and my wife is watching it and TiVoing.
Yeah.
She first of all told me this girl is unwatchable. She's so bad.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know about her.
Yeah.
And I said to her, "Do you think she's pretty?" And she goes, "No, she looks like a dude." Tony thinks she's
Tony loves
gorgeous. And she said, "I thrive under pressure." She said this on the
Yeah.
show. "I thrive under pressure." And I yelled at the TV, "You didn't do it this year, sweetie, because you blew a 2-goal lead."
Yeah.
Late in the game, when it all was on the, you don't thrive under pressure. So Tony, tell me why she's hot. Tell me why she thrives under
Poor
pressure.
defense in the game, and she is hot.
And she is the leader of the defense. She is not hot.
Poor defense, she's hot.
I think
Come
this is a good show. Very quickly, your score, Norwalk McMahon.
Norwalk High, 28. Brian McMahon, 18.
Tony.
21-14 McMahon.
Listen, Mike Quick, I respect him. He loves potato sacks. He doesn't know Norwalk football like I do. 13-3.
He's been with it.
Norwalk. Put it on the board.
Put it on the board.
Have a
And
good
Tomar
holiday.
saying blowout.
Have a good
Tomar,
holiday.
give us a tweet. Give us your score on a Twitter.
Tomar will definitely score a touchdown. Put it in a book.
Oh, that's a lock. You want to talk about lock?
Have a good holiday. We'll see you when we come back. 13-3 Norwalk.